Media, Jambari Moreau. Hopefully,
What's going
everybody's
on?
doing well. We are going to lead off with Caitlin Clark and her infamous stalker. I don't know what is going on in women's sports between women and these stalkers, but I do want to read some quotes. This is the man pictured here. I want to read some quotes. Thank you for Jordan for supplying that. Michael Lewis was arrested on a felony charge for allegedly stalking WNBA star Caitlin Clark. He appeared on Tuesday and was rebuked by the judge for speaking. You have the right to remain silent. I expect you to exercise that on me, Judge Angela Davis said. When Lewis continued, she told him again to quote, stop talking. Stop talking. Lewis could face 6 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. His bail was ordered at $50,000, and he was ordered to stay away from the Indianapolis basketball arenas, Gainbridge Fieldhouse, Hinkle Fieldhouse, where obviously Clark plays. He's had a bunch of weird. And shout out to Texas, but there's something in the water with Texas. Every time I look up, they talk about Florida man.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody like Texas
Texas man.
man. Yeah, Texas man, Texas woman, bro. It is. I keep seeing these crazy stories out of Texas in the last 6 to 8 months. I've been
Yeah.
just, I'm like, my God, what is going on in this water here? Florida man might have had a baby or moved up there. I'm not sure what's going on. But I'm getting tickets. I'm sitting behind the bench. One message read, "That'd be crazy." Can you believe if she were to be playing a game and she got to go see one of her stalkers behind the bench? I would be
Yeah.
freaked out. I'd be freaked out. The fact that this is even a thing. I what he said. They said I was sending threatening texts, but
Right.
the only though on my mind was Caitlin. Let me look something see if I can find some of these. Joel, what are your thoughts about this?
It's so I mean this is obviously alarming, right? And um sort of I mean it's a bunch of things. Like this is you know closely following the Paige Becker situation, right? Where she had a stalker. Um I was thinking earlier, do you remember we covered, was it Angel Reese at the All-Star game? There
Yeah,
was a lady that like ran up to her.
yeah.
There's just such aggressive fan behavior in the WNBA. Obviously all these people are super popular on social media and stuff like that, but it's just really disturbing. And I just hope that the league is taking notes or they're preparing something to protect these players, because fans are just getting more and more unhinged,
What's
and
your fan?
they're so close to these players. I mean that lady and Angel Reese, they were literally like
Oh,
feet apart from each other. Remember that?
yeah, but she actually like talked to her. She was like,
Yeah.
yeah, within distance of speaking to her for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you think the league should do about this then? Rather, like
And
how?
these isolated incidents obviously ban these people. I mean, he's probably going to jail for 6 years or so. So, he'll be gone, but the Paige Beckers stalkers banned, right? From attending games in the WNBA. I mean, I don't I mean, what would you do in the NBA? You would just kind of
Move on.
uh move on and have extra security at the games. I mean, that's going to come with stardom, right? These people are obsessed with with these players. As the league grows, this is probably going to unfortunately get worse.
When it comes to Clark, though, she has her own personal security. So she has her own personal security. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
Beckers does or not, but that's on like what more can be done because like she already has somebody that can kind of like help her in
Yeah.
these situations. But some of these tweets, I love you, Caitlin, so much. I love you so much. I got another sunset, Caitlin. I got another sunset. It's beautiful, just like you. My alarm clock went off. It's time for me to say I love you so much. Like these tweets are weird. This is what
Yeah.
happens when you put God first, which is hilarious because that's true. But I don't know about all this other stuff. A whole new world theme song, and I'm like, I don't know, bro. This is just weird. If I could just make it clear, y'all need to stop stalking people, and especially women athletes in general. Obviously, nobody should have to go through that. She's playing basketball. She doesn't want to see or hear from you, or it's just really weird. Just really odd behavior. Chat, y'all let us know. What do you think that can be done for these players? And better question. Let me. What do you? Actually, I'm not. I was gonna ask you what do you expect from her, but I think we kind of covered that. But I don't even know. Let's talk about the fever right quick though before we get into Satou Sabally. What do you think that they should do in free agency slash this offseason to kind of, I guess, bolster their roster. Some people say, I
Go
think,
after Sabally. Right. I mean,
but we
that's what
let,
I've been hearing.
let's do that. Let's talk about Sabally then. Keep going. So where do you think she should play next year, and what's her best fit?
I mean, a lot of people have been talking about Sabally going to the Fever would be a good fit, right? But if Sabally is getting the core designation, then that means that she's going to be signed with Dallas, and you can only get her through a trade. So then it's like, what is Indiana willing to trade to get Satou Sabally for only a year guaranteed? You know, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
are you going to give up one of your great core pieces like Boston or Mitchell to get Sabally? That's what the kind of the question becomes. Sabally would be a pretty good fit, don't you think?
Would you trade Chelsea Mitchell to get Satou?
For 1 year, guaranteed of Satou,
So
probably,
let's
yeah.
do it.
I think I would.
Let's do it under the premise that she will, like, whoever she gets traded to, she's gonna want to stay there long term versus 1 year. You get me? Like, she's gonna be there for 1 year technically, but
Yeah. Well,
like she
there's
has the
also
right to pick,
yes.
and then
Well,
just
there's also
the new CBA.
this thing about Satou Sabally, like with the CBA. I mean she could sign a long-term contract, right? But like
It's not
after
smart to do that.
right, but after doing the core designation, she could sign a long-term contract once that new CBA money kicks in, right? Like that's the idea behind it, right? I mean, she's pretty young. I would sign with the Fever for a long term extension. Get prime Caitlin Clark, you know, in the prime of my career, kind of line those up perfectly. That's what I would
So
do.
you think that that's the best fit for her is the Indianapolis Fever? And I like calling them Indianapolis, the Indiana Fever.
Other than if she could find a way to New York, which I don't know how they're gonna do that.
They're gonna go. I mean, how? Okay, so a lot of people are
I don't
saying
know how.
if she goes to New York, I wouldn't trade Phoebus to get Sally. I mean,
That's what people are saying.
not saying that I'm not gonna trade anybody from my core that just helped me win a championship. That's
Right,
what I'm trying to say.
right, right.
Not if it was just 1-on-1, yeah, of course I'm a trader. But if she's in the core four, I'm not trading her to get Sally. So you're saying other than New York, it would be Indiana.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I mean, like best
Or
fit
are
for
you just
it.
saying it's Indiana first and then it's New York?
I think if I think the ideal would be New York, but I don't see how they're gonna get her there. Like, I mean, what can you think of? Like,
I got to put a trade package. So I would put Lainey Hamilton. I will put Marina Johannes. I will put at least three first. So a first round pick from this year, a first round pick from next year, and then another first round pick in down the road. And I would see what if Dallas will accept that. So three first round picks and two quality rotational players.
okay, let me ask you that. This deal that you just proposed, you would give up all of that if
Yes.
you're New York for one guaranteed year of Satou
She's gonna
Sabally?
play, but this is what I'm saying under the premise that she's staying, in which she will. It's under the premise that she's gonna want to stay there.
But why would you give up all of that if you just won the championship? You don't even need Satou Sabally.
So okay, if you don't need her, what you're doing is you're making sure that the competition doesn't get her. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm taking this before you can even think about getting better. Like I'm gonna take this Infinity Stone before I know you need it. You understand? Like you're not putting the gauntlet together. I am. You get me? I might not need all 5 stones, but I'm a damn sure make sure you don't get one. You get me? So it's like that's kind of it's like you're making sure the competition doesn't get better, and you're getting an all WNBA performer getting ready to hit the prime of her career. So it's like I'm not making sure. Again, we've already talked about it with so many reasons where I'm like, Edith is one of her good friends. Her sister
Right.
already plays on the team. They can use a better addition at the 3 position.
Yeah.
You can move Phoebus to the 2, and she's playing with a college teammate, she's also a teammate with Unrivaled.
Right.
So Sabrina's in her ear right now. So I'm like, at that, with all of those things, yeah, I would make sure that for me, I feel like her best fit is in New York, funny enough. And because of off the court and on the court.
I think so too, but I think it's just so unrealistic for New York to give up all of that when they just won a championship to get a player that they didn't even need to win a championship this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like only a 1 year deal. You know, I mean, you are assuming she stays there long term, and it makes sense that she would. I agree, it makes sense that she would, but it's like from what I'm assuming, given that there's so much listen, in the next couple years, there's going to be CBA money, like contracts are going to start skyrocketing,
For sure.
and there's going to be two expansion drafts. There was one just now. There's two expansion drafts coming in the next 2 years,
But then
right?
you're gonna protect the five of them that's in your starting lineup, and then another one. You just name another bench player. It's not gonna be Slew. You know, you pick another bench player.
I just feel like the cards are going to be dealt all over the place in the next couple years. That Satou, like, I mean, I don't know, man. I just I don't know. Like, I think like New York would be ideal, but probably Indiana. Probably those two.
Let me read this comment. Raverick says 2 first round picks. Raverick says 2 first round picks and Laney Hamilton. New York Ducks coming soon. I'm not sure if that's enough. Black hair. Shout out to our Black Hodgie says play chess, not checkers. Poacher said there is no way, and shout out to Poacher for the likes on the likes on the live. There is no way they are offering her that much. Robert said that my trade idea wasn't bad. King also agrees. New York can give up a pick. Aces would be a great place. Aces would be an amazing place for her to go to. I don't know if she will go there, but that would be an amazing place. They need a three.
Yeah, yeah,
And they need to get over this 3 guard lineup nonsense. I ain't gonna say nonsense, but they need to get over this 3 guard
yeah. Right.
lineup immediately.
Yeah.
Give up Kelsey Plum. We'll take Kelsey Plum in Dallas for Kelsey Plum in Dallas. That'd be hilarious. Not in a bad way, because I'm definitely gonna get to speak with her a lot more often. But
Can you have two core designated players on one team?
yes.
Okay, so they could have Plum and Sabally on the same team.
But they would trade. No, they would. I'm saying to trade one for
Oh,
the other.
trade one for one.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm saying trade one for the other. But and let me make sure that before I spit off that in, I want to say yes. WNBA core players. You have to. I want to
I
say yes.
think I think it's I mean, bro, New York would literally be like the best of the it's literally a perfect like pickup for New York, but
I lied. It's only one. It's
yeah,
only one.
but I just don't know how like she gets there in a trade that that Dallas would first of all accept and
Again,
that New York
Laney,
would be willing to give.
Any trade package is gonna have to include Laney Hamilton, which is one of my favorite players too. Um, if I had to do a Mount Rushmore, my favorite players, Laney Hamilton would absolutely be on that list.
I know.
But
But why if you're Dallas, why would you want New York's draft picks? They're literally going to be like the 14th draft pick every year. It's a horrible draft pick.
you can
It's a
trade
second
it.
round pick.
You can trade it. You can trade it for. You can flip it into something else because she's not going to go to a bad team anyway. Same thing with Indiana. Indiana's draft picks will be bad too. They're going to be 8 to
That's true.
14. So you might as well get multiple first round picks that you could flip to a team and then use those picks to flip to somebody else. Like for example, if they were to get their first round pick this year, there's a chance that they walk away with either Lauren. Let's pull up the WNBA draft order right quick because I don't want to say that they would have a chance, but they might have a chance to go draft Dominique Malonga if she falls to that position. They're picking 7. They're picking 7 right now, so they can have a prospect like that. Like there's still some value or Tahina Pau Pau. So like you're still gonna get some good players out of that pick. So I would absolutely do that. I would do that. I would make that trade. And this is me being like, if you're Kurt Miller, okay, this is me saying I would make that trade because I want to see it happen. Because I love super teams. Even though the New York Liberty right now, they're already a dynasty.
They're already a super team.
Yeah, they are. They already are. But I want to see like super duper teams, if that's what you want to call it. But in all realism, any trade package is gonna have to include Leonie Fevich.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
In New York, you're not. I wouldn't be willing to trade her. I wouldn't be willing to trade her.
So if you're Dallas, you would want Fevich or a couple of first round picks. You need young players back.
I need both. I need
or
Fevich,
both. Ideally both, because you're rebuilding. So you need young people or draft picks.
Yes.
I don't think you would take a Laney Hamilton. You wouldn't take a who's the other person you named? Like I mean, it's got to be super young or super talented. Fevich and some first round picks. Because Dallas has to restart like entirely.
Marina Hannes is a good player. She's young. She's a good player.
Yeah, but she ain't Fevich.
Yeah, she's 29. She's 29. And Laney Hamilton's 31. I mean, unless you get That's gonna be tough for New York to kind of try and pull this off, but without Phoebus is what I'm saying. I'm talking about for Dallas.
Yeah.
But that's the one you need. You're gonna have to. She's gonna have. So better question: would you trade Phoebus to get Sabally?
Jesus Christ. I probably no, I actually wouldn't.
I don't
Me
know. If I would
personally.
either. I don't know if I would either because I'm like you just won a
Because
championship with her.
so I actually saw something that was like if you're Sably and you can't get to New York, right? Let's say you're Sably and you can't get to New York. What if you just sat out this year?
She's not gonna. Why would she do that? She's not gonna do that.
But
She's
like
gonna. She'll play on a team that she don't want to play for a year. She'll say, "Hey, I'm good with that team," and then play there for a year and then bounce. Which
I
in
mean,
Dallas,
she already said that she's not returning to the Wings, right?
yeah.
But she's cored, right? So what if she just like I just want to play this year or trade me, like trade men? And if she doesn't get traded, then like I mean, in the next 2 years or so, two expansion drafts, CBA money, like what if you just waited out?
There's an option, but I don't think that'd be smart. She just came back. I don't think she'd want to not play. But
I
it's not
mean,
a bad idea.
I also wouldn't trade Sabally, who's only played like what, like 10, 15 games in the last 2 years for Leone Fibic, who played like
I
every
know.
game and was a superstar in the finals, you know?
But you got a chance to. I don't like messing up cores. That's my thing. If you got a four
Yeah.
that you play, if you got a four is like run it back and go win, which I think you can do. And I think she's only gonna get better. She averaged 6 points
Right.
last year.
I agree.
I was like, you just keep her on the roster and
I agree.
you see what you can kind of do from there. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
if you don't, I don't know. It's like, but then I'm like, if you're New York and you have an opportunity to get somebody first team All WNBA, top 5 player, top 10 player, and you're gonna risk it for a person that you don't know if will ever pan out into half of what she is. Are you
Do
willing to
you,
risk that?
do you think that team is better if you take Fibic off and you put Sably on?
I would say, yeah, truthfully, which is probably why you should make the deal.
I mean, Sably can't
It's
play
like her
defense
injury
like Fibic.
history. It's about her injury history, really. If you tell me I get 40 healthy games out of her, yeah, yeah,
How many times have we gotten 40 healthy games out of Sably?
you haven't, you haven't, you haven't. That's the problem. You haven't. That right there is the problem. That's why there's a lot of hesitation. Sparks can get that would be an awesome play if you're the Los Angeles Sparks. The Los Angeles Sparks can get her 2 picks and Hamby. That would be great. I'd love to see De'Erica Hamby in Dallas. I don't know if she'd like that though. But that would be a great move if you're LA trading your first round pick this year, next year. But then again, it's like Jordan just said it. You're gonna want somebody younger, Cam, Rakia, and they're not gonna be willing to trade.
Yeah,
So
because they're starting over, you know.
yeah, Dallas is gonna and that's the thing. So let's do this. Since we are gonna talk about Dallas, and we'll kind of get to Kelsey Plum in a minute. So do you think Paige Bueckers should stay in school another year? And it's just you just brought this up. So because the Dallas Wings are it looks like getting ready to rebuild. Do you think she
Yeah.
should stay? And multiple reasons. Not only will obviously she'll be the number one pick this year, but if she were to if she were to leave if she were to leave now and go sign a contract, her deal is going to be substantially smaller than it would be if she stayed another year. And obviously, this is
That's
not me
fair.
saying that she should. This is not me saying that she should. I know personally, but her rookie deal will be already bigger, and she probably have another opportunity to go to a place that she might enjoy more, or she could
That's
just
a
or she could
that's a
just tell Dallas not to draft her.
that's a great question, man. I mean, I think that Paige probably wants to go to the pros, right? Like she wants to like she probably wants to get to the next step, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um so think that I think that she should it'd be best for her to stay in college.
Really?
I think it'd be best for her career financially and all that to if she stayed. Um there's nothing left really for her to accomplish. I know she hasn't won a ring, but I don't think that's like the biggest deal in the world from like a accomplishments standpoint when she self-evaluates her own career. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think she's like, "Oh, I never won a ring, so I need to stay another year." But I think like economically it'd probably be best for her. She's got that NIL money, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, she'd be entering a situation that's kind of in crazy flux, man. Like, what do you have to look forward to when you go to Dallas?
Enrique. But then I think about it like
So
this:
what? Like,
Enrique
who
is gonna
cares?
leave. Enrique is gonna. I'm not saying
Probably.
she will. I'm not saying she will. I'm not saying she will. But what I am saying is like if you have Enrique there, she's the reason why I say that is because she has one more year left on her deal, and next year her contract is up. And I'm like, if you're gonna, they're not gonna extend her if she's wise, which I know she is. She's not gonna sign now. She's gonna wait until the CBA is up to go
Right.
sign, right? Then it's like, okay, cool. That means everybody has the opportunity to go sign her. Then the question is, do you have enough to keep her in Dallas? Especially looking at the way that this franchise is losing Sabally, not getting to the playoffs, and they probably won't get to the playoffs next year if they don't really revamp this roster. So then
Dude,
it's like
they did horrible last year too. Like,
yeah, and then you might lose Enrique, and now she really Paige will really have to kind of start
from
as like
scratch.
what Caitlyn
Yeah.
kind of started off with starting from this. Well, actually, I ain't gonna say that. She actually have worse. She's really gonna have to start from ground zero
Yeah.
in her second year. So then it's like at least you got Paige, and you could rebuild around her, which is what Kurt Miller should be selling. If you leave, we'll rebuild a team around you. Like
I mean, you're gonna have a brand new coach. You're gonna have no Sably. You're gonna have a brand new GM. Like, you're really starting, like from scratch. Um, I mean, it's like a whole new franchise almost.
yes,
I mean, I just don't know what there is to look forward to. But Mickey said that she has a contract with Unrivaled, so she has to leave. Is that true?
I mean, I don't know if that's true yet because she hasn't technically played in a professional league outside of the NCAA, and so the NCAA they want you to do that, and she hasn't really gotten paid from Unrivaled yet. But then again, I'm like, with NIL, who knows about that part?
Yeah.
Isn't that why they're drafting her because they think she can become the face of the team? Yeah, I agree. I agree that that's the reason why they would draft her is because she would be the face.
Yeah.
But again, that's where it goes back to what we were saying about her being Caitlyn, her being like a Hannah, her being like a Juju. Is she the engine of a team, or is she not I don't want to say role player. Is she an engine, or is she a part of the car? You know what I'm saying? Like, is she the driving force of a team winning, or is she like a part of it, or is she? You know what I'm saying? Like that. I
No,
can't, for
I
lack of better
100%.
words.
Is she DeAndre Ayton or is she LeBron James?
I
Like,
don't think she's DeAndre Ayton, but I don't think she's LeBron either. I don't think she's
yeah.
LeBron. I don't think
I
she's LeBron, and I'm not saying she's not. I'm not saying she is not. I'm just we gotta wait a lot. For
I
me, it's
just
like the jury is still out. That's
I
that's
just can't see her taking that Dallas team to the playoffs her first year, like Caitlyn did. Like, I just can't see that happening. I mean, maybe so
if
if
we
because
had
there's so
Sabally,
many
I probably would. Y'all know
because the
how it
league is
was
so
when we had Sabally. Like I was like, yeah, they're gonna go to the Final Four next year. But now I'm like,
I mean, the league is so small and like there's so many playoff spots. Like, maybe it's possible, but like I don't think the team would be very good, you
yeah,
know.
she has to. She has to take over if she does leave. That's why they are picking her. Yeah, I mean, the question is, it's not about. The question is, can she? The question is, can she? And it's not like, oh, she. We've seen her at time and time again get overshadowed when she's playing against these big name
Yeah.
players. She's not the biggest name on the court anymore.
Yeah.
Like she's great in a team aspect because she's a part of the team and she does
Yeah.
really well playing on a team setting. But it's like,
Yeah.
again, is she the engine of the team? Even though like right now UConn she has to be, but I don't feel like she's lived up to that yet. I don't feel like she's lived up to that yet. And maybe playing in Dallas will be something for her to, kind of work on in addition to that and like do better. But I'm not sure if she's at that point in her game where she's like a surefire player that you got to just have. I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah,
she.
I mean, I agree with your analysis. Like, I've seen enough, Paige. I've seen
I
enough.
haven't. I haven't. I said jury's still out. I think the jury's still out on Paige. Jordan's seen enough. I haven't because I'm like, okay, because you can develop that. Like we gotta. I want to really just evaluate her senior year and just see how she plays on a just from a maturation. People say, oh, Gino's not letting her do what she does. Gino's not holding her back. Gino's not telling her not to shoot or not to do this
Right.
and that. Like her game is better suited for the pros versus college. Only question moving forward is health. Shout out to Falcor. I might agree with that take because
That's a great
that's
question
what
too.
I'm saying. That's why
That's
I
a
said the
great
jury's
point
still
too.
out. That's why I
We
said the
even
jury's
bring that
still out.
up. Like, her health is a question. You know, that's a good point also, you know, where I mean, she's just she's kind of risky, you know. The fact that you've had lives before where you've argued if she's worthy still of the number one overall pick, and that's even before even bringing up her health issues,
Yeah.
is kind of concerning, you know.
The chat is going crazy. They're saying Gino's the problem. Gino is the only problem for her. Gino is a problem for her though. But it's not like he's holding her back. Gino's not telling her not to do this and that. So I'm like, Gino wants to see her score 20 or 30. And that's what we've been waiting to see is like, show me. You got to show me. Like, you got to show me, bro. Like, you got to show me. And I think it's honestly, it's unfair because people are just drawing the comparisons to Caitlyn, which is like, you're going to be upset if you do that. But,
Right.
I think she's doing it in her own way, if that makes sense. But right now, you're right because I'm like Olivia Miles. I'm not saying she's gonna go number one, but she has an opportunity. The spacing in the pros will be the spacing in the pros will be advantageous, and the wings will get something great for Satou. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, we'll see if they. I don't know if they will, truthfully, because I'm like, if you're going to
Yeah,
Indiana, if she's going
that's
to
the
Indiana, are you gonna get Kelsey Mitchell? Who are you trading for? If she's
well,
going to
that's the
Indiana,
thing. I don't know if they're really gonna get
if
something that great for Satu, you
if she
know.
goes to New York, like I said, it has to start with. I mean, I'm not saying it. Lainey Hamilton, come on down. Marie Johannes, come on down. Marquisha Davis, come on down. Then first round picks, come on down. But I mean, obviously, in realistic terms, it'll probably be Leonie Fevich, and if it is, that is a good pick. That's a good pickup for the team.
But like I think
But I'm
I
like,
think
what is
that's a
Indiana going to trade for her? What is Indiana going to give up to
but
get
that raises an interesting
Alyssa Smith?
point. Like Falcor raised an issue. It's like the Wings are gonna get something great for Satu. That's not necessarily true. If because you are getting a rental for a year before a long-term extension, right? Or I'm assuming long-term. So she might not sign an extension, right? When she gets to the new place, she might not like it there. Unless it's like New York or something like that. And a team that's trading for Satu knows that. So they're kind of probably unwilling to give a lot to get Satu for a rental. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I do. So he put it's 1 year for all. I asked Falcor to give us some teams because he said there's more options in New York and Indiana. I'm like, if you trade her to Las Vegas, who are you going to get from Las Vegas? Are you trading Kelsey Plum? That was somebody I mentioned. Are you getting rid of Chelsea Gray? Like, who are you? Who is the player? Because it's got to be something somewhat of equal value. If you're Dallas, you're going to look for young talent. If you're Los Angeles, are you going to give up Rakia? Probably not. Are you going to give up Cam? Probably not. Move on. Like, give me another team. Atlanta. Are you going to give up Ryan Howard? Probably not. Alicia Gray? Probably not. I'm like, I'm trying to give me the team. Give me the team. So let's actually just do this. WNBA teams. Let's pull up the teams in the WNBA because I'm like who are the players that y'all are saying that they're gonna give up? Golden State, Temi, you're gonna give up Temi? Like who's coming? If you're in Chicago, you're gonna give up multiple first round picks. How about
Yeah.
Seattle? Seattle, you're gonna give up Jewel Lloyd, Skylar Dickens. Who are you giving up? Like who is coming where? Because they're cord Stewie. I think Arike hinders other
I did
guards
personally.
because she is so ball dominant. I think Arike's had to be ball dominant, especially this past season, because she hasn't had she hasn't had the most roster support. Truthfully, I think if you've seen Arike in college, that wasn't an issue at all. She was winning rings with Marina Mavery. So I disagree with that part. New York can't get her now, right? I think they can. I think that the question is, are they going to give up Phoebus to get her? And
Well, the thing is, they cored
overthinking.
Stewie, right?
Anyone with multiple first round picks or an asset, Seattle, DC. What's DC gonna give up?
Washington.
Shakira. I want Shakira Austin if that's what
Sin.
Shakira Austin, another one of my favorite players is Jordan. Shakira Austin would absolutely, yeah, it was real talk. Shakira Austin would absolutely be in a trade package if I'm gonna get for Satou. So it's gotta be Shakira or Leah Edwards. But I'm like, I'm not trading her for Leah Edwards. I'm gonna have to get Shakira. I need something more than a Leah Edwards. I'm gonna have to get Shakira off your hands. Jewel wants to leave, so she is a valuable pick. Satu has veto power. I understand that, David. We
Yeah,
already understand that premise.
that's
She has
that's
she
that's
has
true too.
she has the determining factor to know where she wants to go. I understand that. The question I was asking is who can offer the best trade package for her besides obviously New York. And I'm like, even Indiana, like, what is Indiana really going to offer? Grace Berger. Like what? And I love Grace Berger, but who are you gonna give up? Aaliyah? You're not gonna give up Aaliyah. Are you gonna give up Nalissa? If y'all don't want Nalissa, why would Kurt Miller want Nalissa? Like
Right.
who are y'all gonna give up to get her?
Right.
Kelsey. That's why I brought up Kelsey
Kelsey
Mitchell.
Mitchell. You
It'll
gotta
have
give
to be
something to get something. Yeah.
But then I'm like this, Jordan. Why would they want Kelsey Mitchell if you're going to draft Paige in April?
Right.
And you have
That
and you have an Enrique already on the roster. So who is it? I'm waiting for names. Moreau's looking like our Chennedy Carter take was right. We're gonna bring up Chennedy Carter in a minute. I want you to bring that up. I do want you to bring that up. Falcor said Aaliyah Edwards and the fourth pick. Are you making that deal if you're for Satou Sabally, Jordan? The fourth pick in the draft, Aaliyah. I would want more. I would want more than one pick. I would need multiple first round picks, and I would want Shakira Austin, not Aaliyah Edwards.
You know, honestly, if I was offered that and I'm Dallas, I would probably take that because I am of the belief that I don't think Dallas is going to get that many good offers for Satou. I really don't think so. I just don't think they're going to get like 2, 3 first round picks and a great young player. Like I just don't think it's coming, you know, because there's no guarantee that she's going to re-sign there after the year.
Who? Satou?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was offered that, I might take that because I think that's going to be about the best offer they get.
That's tough. No, I think you can get more. I want Shakira Austin. It would have to start with her. It'd have to start with Kira. And I know she's injury prone somewhat too. But I would absolutely have to start with Shakira Austin. Funny enough, I did see this. I mean, y'all let us know in the chat if y'all have more trade proposals. I'd love to kind of break them down. And I do want to bring up Andy Carter. That's the next person that we're going to speak about. You said you're not getting Shakira. You're gonna have to because I'm like Aaliyah Edwards is she's not. You can't. How are you gonna trade an all WNBA player for somebody in their second year? And it's like, and it sucks about this. That sucks about the only fee. But you got to give me more than Aaliyah in a first round. It's got to be multiple first round picks to get somebody of her stature. 26 years old, getting ready to hit the prime of her career, and she's already an established all WNBA player, a multi-time All Star, most improved. Like Fever will give up all for Satou. Smith, Samuelson, Wallace, Berger, Dantes. Are you making that trade, Jordan? Smith, Berger, Samuelson, Wallace, and Dantes. Are you making that trade? So all bench players.
If I'm who? If I'm Indiana?
If you're Dallas, are you making that trade?
I think I'd make that trade because that's a bunch of.
He's lying. He's lying, y'all. I don't even believe him. I don't even believe that you're saying that truthfully.
Bro, I just don't think. I just don't think that you're gonna get a lot for Satou. That is my genuine belief. I think your value.
You're gonna take a bad contract in Katie Lou and like 4 of the bench players.
But I think that your like your value of Satou, like you see finished 5th in MVP voting and most improved player and like all around great player, right? I mean, I see that too. I see the crazy talent, but I also see 15 games played last year, injury prone, 1 year contract.
She's coming back from injury.
I just don't think her value is as high as you think. I know, great stats, great stats.
These numbers, 18, 6, and 4.
I know it's great. I know it's great. But do you see those 15 regular season games played? Do you see that stat?
Let's go to her game logs. Yeah, absolutely. We could go to that. For sure. But I'm like, I would disagree with that. But yeah, I know. But keep this in mind, Jordan. The year that she played 38 games, she was an all WNBA first team performer.
I know. And she finished 5th in MVP. She finished 5th in MVP voting. She was most improved player. I know.
Yeah, that's not even a question. She's almost shooting 50, 40, 90. It's not even a question. That's tough. Actually, I lied. That was 39%. But no, I don't know, man. I would have to. You're forgetting Dallas has to pay that. That's what I said. If you're gonna pay Katie Lou 60,
but do you think that she would resign long term in Indiana?
I think so. I think so. I think so. Why? Better question is why wouldn't she?
I mean, I don't know, but do you think she would? Is what I'm saying. Not why she wouldn't. But do you think she would?
She'd be playing with a young core with Caitlin, her, Aaliyah, Melissa. Like she'd be playing with a young core. I feel like NBA facilities. Like I already told you about the NBA. Like that's a big thing. If you don't have an NBA facility. They already play in the Game Bridge. They're already going to sell out. They're going to be on every national televised game, and she's already internationally known. So I think she'd enjoy it there as
Do
well.
you
I think so.
do you think all that stuff is important to her?
Yeah, and they win. I
The
don't know,
exposure, the crucible of playing with Caitlin Clark as her teammate.
and they would win though. I think that's the most important thing. Like I think that they would win. Like I'm not saying they're going to win a chip, but they'd be closer to a chip than they were last year for sure. And I feel like that's a big thing for her. I think she would want to stay.
Okay.
We would give up the whole fever bus too. They could use defense and screens for one. Okay, let me read this one. Way better free agent signing for them, but they're salty. Okay, there's yeah. I don't know. Point games, and this is an incredible play. I want you to peep this play. This is a buzzer beater. She's about to hit. I don't know if you've seen this, but you're gonna watch. Oh my god, you about to watch it now.
Wow.
Pull up three. Get this work. Boom.
Such a baller, dude.
Such a baller. Why haven't the Chicago
Crazy.
Sky offered Kennedy? I was about to call it Kennedy contract. What is
I don't
going on?
know.
What's going on with the Chicago Sky and Kennedy?
I don't know.
What is going on? What is her best fit, and what the hell is going on? And in the officer, if you want to chime in, please.
So Jeff Pagliocci did not send out a qualifying offer to Kennedy Carter. He did make the offers
Michaela
to Dana Evans, Michelle,
Michaela
Onyenwere, and Nikolina Milic. So I guess what that means is that they're okay losing Kennedy Carter, right? That's what it means, right? But why?
So officer said this, and he said this. This is another question that we had, and we kind of talked about this. I feel like, and that's another one of the questions we're going to bring up. And the next question that we had on our list was, should the Sky build around Angel Reese? And Officer and I both agree that that's the direction that they're moving into. So he said because they're building on Angel and Camilla, they're going to get players that complement the two of them more so than have Kennedy Carter. Now, I feel like Carter complements them but this is what I'm saying. I would put her at the guard position. I'm talking about point guard and just have her as a scoring guard. Just keep her as a scoring guard and bring in other players who could play defense around the three of them and just kind of move on from there and then get another shooter or two. Satou would be you talk about fit. Satou would be a great fit in Chicago too.
She'd be a good piece there.
You could plug her right next to Angel at the three, and then you could put either Michaela at the two, and then you'd have Kennedy Carter at the one, and then you could either bring in or have Rachel Bannum come in. Yeah.
Miles.
That would be a good pick for honestly if you're Chicago and you can get into the Satou Sabally sweepstakes. That might Dallas can get the first pick and the third pick in the draft, and you can potentially trade somebody else. Kennedy Carter, don't put Kennedy in a read. But then again, you can't have three guards if you're Dallas. But yeah. But that would be a good pick too, and that might just incite the rivalry more.
So I mean, Chicago's kind of mobilizing to kind of go away from Kennedy Carter, right? Like, where do you think she's going to end up, and where do you think would be like the best fit for Kennedy Carter?
Las Vegas. Actually, no. Vegas? I feel like anywhere can go there.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know, Jordan. That's a great pick.
I feel like this sounds stupid, but I feel like she's kind of a good fit on Chicago. like that's kind of what they need. What they need is ball handling and maybe some like veterans, right? But it's like, I feel like she's a pretty, that's what that team also needs. So they'd be losing Kennedy Carter and then eventually hoping to find someone like Kennedy Carter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand.
So let me just answer this question right quick. We had a great question by David. David asked, can players be cored twice in a row? The answer to that question is yes. And I'm going to read the official. This is straight from the CBA. I need to read the entire CBA, y'all. I'm going to do that. So it says teams in the WNBA can core player in consecutive years, but there are limitations under the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement. The core designation gives a team exclusive negotiating right to the player, preventing them from entering free agency. A team can core a specific player up to 2 times in their career. A team can core the same player 2 years in a row, but after that, they lose the ability to use the core designation on that player again. If I'm Dallas, I'm doing that, and I'm saying tough titty, figure it out. You're staying here. Real talk, real talk. But I understand that you don't want to have a player there that doesn't want to play there. And then number 4, while being cored guarantees the player a maximum contract, it limits their freedom to choose teams unless a trade is agreed upon.
Right.
So the answer is yes, they can be cored twice. But yeah, I would try and keep her in the building as long as I could. Once you get the problematic tag in free in sports, it never goes away. And why could use Chennedy Carter? That's a good pick. Let's hear what the final survivor has to say right quick. All right, you're up. You're up. What's your thoughts on this? Where's your Chennedy Carter play?
Man, I would love to have her in the Liberty.
New York.
I like the way she plays. She plays with she's a hustle player basically, and I like the way she played. But like, it's gonna be hard for the New York Liberty probably to have her because of the salary cap. But either her or Kelsey Plum would be like I'm greedy, so I want for me like I'm always about winning, even when you win already. Amen. So like I've always been interested in someone like Carter. Well, of course, she's probably going to go to another team.
As I was about to ask you, do you feel like there are any other teams that you'd probably put her on? Or that we have a good fit with her?
Man, the Fever, maybe?
Okay, with Kelsey Mitchell or without her?
I think maybe Kelsey is gonna leave. Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't want that time because I really do think that Kelsey fits with the Indiana Fever. But if she leaves, then I think Carter would be a great shoo-in.
I was gonna say the Minnesota Lynx would be a great pickup as well. I also was gonna say the Phoenix Mercury. Phoenix Mercury would be a good team for her too.
Yeah, I mean she has a lot of space now. I mean, a lot of teams that she could go to. A lot of teams that need to have needed her type of playing style.
Connecticut Sun, thank you for that, Pocha. And yes, her playing style is really dynamic. Again, if you're Chicago, Fever don't want her, no way. I don't know if Caitlin would want to play with her. Truly.
No way.
No way. I don't think Caitlin would want to.
No way.
This is not reporting that or anything. I'm just
that's just
tells me she's not going to want to play with Chennedy Carter. That's something just tells me that. Thank you for that. There's just something just tells me that. Funny enough, Fever would take her. Why wouldn't she? I don't think she would want to play with Kennedy. Chicago is worried about spacing for their bigs, which is probably why they're saying that Carter doesn't fit in. Let's bring up this topic then. Let's bring up this topic.
Should they build around Angel Reese?
Should the Chicago Sky build around Angel Reese as the centerpiece of their team? Superstar Angel Reese as the generational talent. Generational talent. Superstar Angel Reese.
Oh, she's a GT.
Generational talent. Superstar Angel Reese. Should the Chicago Sky build around her? The comments are saying no and yes.
I don't think she's, bro. She's not a. She ain't a. I don't think she's like a.
So tell me why she's not a super. The girl was a rookie and got MVP votes. Like, name the last rookie that's done that.
I know, like they were like spite votes, like they were like mistake votes, miscast votes.
You have a mistake vote for MVP. Let me hear that
one.
Bro,
Mark Jackson left Jokic off his ballot. Remember that?
Okay, I mean, but Jokic won.
But mistakes happen. Anyway, she's not generational. Just stop that. But should they build around her?
Okay, no, you can stay there. How is she not generational? Stay there. How is she not generational?
Because she has no around the rim game, man. Come on, man.
She doesn't have you mean like she's not finishing layups?
Bro, this is the eternal debate. Like, come on, man. Like, she ain't a generational talent, Jambari.
Absolutely disagree.
She's a generational rebounder, you know?
That's a talent. That is absolutely a talent. Is that not a talent?
I guess like Hawkeye is an Avenger, you know? Like, I guess.
Okay. So Hawkeye is an Avenger. Good one. That's a great analogy, Jordan.
Like,
that's a great analogy.
All right, I'm wrong.
That's a good one.
Like, Hawkeye's an Avenger. Falcon was, with all that tech on him, but All right. I'm wrong.
They
Um,
said they said Dylan Brooks is generational, a good role player at best. I disagree with that. Big smiles, one vote, one vote from Swoops. Generational with an asterisk or asterisk. Role player. They're laughing at the role player one. She's a role player. Yeah, I disagree with that one. Why would you build around a big who shoots 30%? Because that big could get better. To answer your question, that big again, if y'all are thinking she's gonna shoot 30% for the rest of her career, that's is laughable.
bro,
It's
in
not.
a real game, all those shots are gonna hit the back of the board. Come on, man.
Whoa. Are you talking about the 3-pointers that I just showed you?
Yeah, man.
No, I disagree with that. I already disagree with that one. Why? Why are people doubting this young woman so much? I just don't understand it. Like, did she? Y'all keep doing this, and she keeps reminding y'all every step of her career. It's been like this since high school. I'm like, I don't understand this. I mean, whatever. But like, the
Jabari,
girl
she's
will
played.
break your hearts. She is going to break hearts. Like, she's gonna break your hearts. Like,
Listen,
y'all
man.
keep doubting this young woman like she's not a player. She's a player.
She's a
She
player.
is a player.
She's a player. Okay.
Have y'all not seen her in college? Did y'all not see her dominate how many bigs this year? Like
Did
I
she?
don't
Really?
yes, dominate. Let's
Dominate?
pull up the game log. Yes, dominate.
Dominate? Oh, you're gonna pull up the Angel Reese mixtape for me?
No, we're gonna pull up the game log. We could just go straight to the game log.
Oh my goodness.
This is laughable. Let's see these comments. Only Smith. Did she not dominate? She dominated Smith. Okay.
She dominated.
Hawkeye. The Hawkeye one was a good one. How do you doubt someone that's won at every level? That's my point right there, Al. That is exactly my point. That's why I'm like, what did she remind us? Did Rodman points increase? Why are y'all saying Dennis Rodman? Like, I feel like I've seen this movie that is about to be played. Falcor preached that gospel, and he's from Baltimore. He's seen it already. Like, this is what I'm saying. This has been since high school that this young woman has been doubted every step of the way. I'm like, go ahead. I'm about to pull up her game log, Jordan. I'm pulling up the game log.
Pull it up. We could analyze it together. I don't know, man. I mean, I wish I had your rose-colored glasses. You know, I mean, I just don't.
Against NECA, she hit 2 threes, 27 points, and dropped a double-double. Talk to me. Is that not dominating? 2 blocks, 2 steals. Is this not dominating? 61% from the floor. Perfect from the 3-point line. 90% from the free throw. 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 27 points. Is that not dominating? Yes or no? Stay there. Is that not dominating?
Bro, that game was played on.
Second team All WNBA this year. Is that not dominating?
Bro, you're literally cherry picking her best game of the year.
I can keep going down.
And you're also cherry picking a game on July 5th. Bro, NECA was probably hungover from July 4th.
July.
You're crazy.
One game doesn't define that. Are you not amused? Most of the Sky's games were not winnable without Angel. That is nowhere near dominant. You're talking about one game. Okay. Let's pull up another one. Game 2 against Indiana, the Indiana Fever. Nalissa Smith, 25 points, 16 rebounds, 81% from the free throw line, 66% from the field goal. Is that not just yes or no?
I didn't know
games or not. Are those 2 dominant games or not?
I didn't know that Nalissa Smith was first team All WA, all first team defense.
You can include Aaliyah Boston in there. Aaliyah Boston got some of the work too.
Goodness, Jambari, you're crazy.
Jordan, you're missing did she dominate in those 2 games? Yes or no? It's okay to say yes. Why does it hurt? Why does it hurt you to say that?
Dominate the game.
How is that not a dominant performance? Is that not a dominant performance?
I'm not gonna give it to you.
Okay, fine. Let's move down the list.
Listen. She had
go. Okay.
She had some good games last year, right? Statistically, she had some games last year. Importantly, she won those 3 games, right? That's the most important thing. We have to be objective, right? She did win those 3 games, but I just don't think she's good enough to build around.
So, but why not? Because she misses layups?
Because I just don't think that she's that great of a player.
Oh, I disagree with that for sure.
I just don't think like if Angel Reese is your best player, like I don't think you're gonna win a championship.
But she's already proven that she can. She's already proven that she can with that as the best player.
In college,
So name your favorite college player who hasn't done that as the best player on their team.
Name my favorite college player who
I'm
has
not
not
saying
won a
this is not me
championship.
saying Caitlin. This is not me saying Caitlin. I'm just saying if you're telling me, okay, Breonna Stewart won a championship as the best player, correct?
4
Asia
times.
Wilson won a championship as the best player, correct?
I think two
Angel Reese
times.
is in that same category. Camila Cardoso, same category.
I would not put Angel Reese in that category, bro.
I would. I'm not saying she's gonna be generational.
And you're
like,
a fucking outlier. Like, I don't know what to tell you, Jambari.
I'm not gonna say she's gonna be Breonna Stewart or Asia Wilson moving down the line in 20 or 30 years. That's like a far cry for any player to reach. That's
You're putting her in a group that she doesn't belong. Like,
I think people, not you in particular. Well, but you said she's not a good player, so I am gonna include you in this one. I feel like
I said she's not a generational player.
I thought you said she's not good. Oh, I thought you said she's not good.
I said that if she's your best player, you're not winning a championship. You're not. And you know that.
So weren't you the one that said it? Your bigs traditionally win rings in the WNBA?
I said that traditionally bigs rings, but on this team, there's also Camila Cardoso.
So then that also is more of a reason why you would build around. Like, I'm not gonna say just her exclusively, even though I feel like it should be, but that's even more of a reason. I call Camila Baby Joker. Y'all know how I feel about Camila. I love her game, absolutely love her game. But to tell me you can't build around her or the two of them, absolutely.
I think dominant bigs that can control the game on offense and defense are more likely to deliver you a championship. That includes Asia Wilson. That includes young Brittany Griner. That includes Sylvia Fowles. That includes Nafisa Collier. That includes Stewie when she's in the post. Jonquel Jones. Like, even almost Alyssa Thomas. She never got a ring, but she gets you close. Like, you need offense and defense dominance, play through them. And no one plays through Angel Reese. I mean, I'm sorry, they did not play through Angel Reese last year. You know?
Offensively isn't where it needs to be carrying a team yet. I feel like it's true. They were trying to play through Angel Reese this entire year, which is a part of the reason why. And I'm saying her offensive game wasn't there yet. And I feel like too much was forced on her too soon as a rookie. Like, that's personally what I feel like. They didn't really have much offense coming from that team. And she was one of their leading scorers. This is hilarious. This is, again, I'm waiting for the girl to just play and just dominate again.
I hope so. Like, because,
you talking about rose-colored glasses. The girl has been showing y'all she's already working on her outside game. And this is like, it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. Like, I told you I feel like she's gonna win an MVP in the league before she's done, at least one, and I feel like she's gonna get a chip. Y'all know how I feel about CC. I think obviously Caitlin's gonna get a multiple, but I'm like, y'all can't just dismiss this one as if she hasn't been a player her entire life. She's been a player, bro. She's been a hooper.
So you could see a future where Angel Reese is leading as the best player on the team, the Chicago Sky,
the best player
to a WNBA championship over Nafisa Collier at some point in the next 6 years. Like,
better question. Whose ceiling do you
foresee that happening?
Whose ceiling do you think is higher, Fee or Angel in the WNBA? Whose ceiling is higher? No, it's not Fee, Jordan. It's not Fee. Fee would have to develop a consistent outside three. Angel can guard 5 positions. Fee can too, but she doesn't rebound as well as Angel.
Wasn't Fee Defensive Player of the Year?
So you think Angel could win one?
But Fee already has one, Jambari. Like, she's not to develop.
But that's what I'm saying. I said whose ceiling is higher. I didn't say who's a better player right now. I said whose ceiling is higher.
So
who has more? I would disagree. Like, I would disagree with that one. But you're bringing up her depoy. You're bringing up her depoy, and I love Fee. But
I'm also bringing. I will bring up that she took a kind of loaded Liberty team to 5 games and almost beat them if it wasn't for some shady referee.
Angel beat the Liberty this year. Multiple times.
She wasn't gonna beat him in a best of 5 though.
And she guarded Stewie. Like, this
she
is what
beat the Liberty multiple times. Jambar, you're cutting out. Is it me or you? But I'm cutting out.
Should be in 110. Should be in 110.
I think it's cutting out. Is it me or you?
That alcohol hit hard. That was tough. That's what Mickey wrote. The alcohol hit
Oh,
hard.
you're back. You're back. You're back.
My brother in Christ, TX bugging with him too. Fee ain't deserved that depoy. Oh, they mad about the Fee depoy. Fee is probably at her peak currently. Somebody in the chat said that. Fee is right now at her peak, Jordan. Angel's nowhere near her peak.
You don't think that... You think that... Okay, so now we're just going to a different direction now. You think that one day Reese will be a better player than present-day Fee? Like 6 years from now, what we saw in 2024, Reese could be better than that?
Better question. If she wins an MVP
Fuck
and
no,
never wins
bro.
if she wins an MVP and never wins a depoy, is she a better player or no?
Probably.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes. If you win an MVP, it's better than winning a depoy. So I think Angel will win an MVP in her career. So my answer is yes. My answer is yes to that. Absolutely. Absolutely. I absolutely agree. Defensively, Fee and Angel are pretty close. Angel will be a better defender. Katie has a question for you, Jordan. Ask Jordan if Angel can't be your best player, where would you put her on a championship team? If she's not your number one, what number are you putting her at?
I think she could probably... she could probably be
6. That's what you're gonna say?
No. She probably has to be like your third best player.
If she's the third best player, you're gonna win 40 games.
Well, probably. I mean, I don't know. Like, she probably could be like the second best player on your team. Well, okay, so let's backtrack for a second. The 2024 championship, that was the Liberty, right? Who was the second best player on that team?
For
Jonquel Jones, probably,
yeah.
right? I mean, not in the series, but like in general.
No,
is she gonna be better than JJ? Mate, probably not.
I mean, she just has to win one. What are you saying? She just has to win one MVP.
Bro,
she has to win one MVP.
Bro, we wrote a whole article on this. Remember I told you about Jonquel's MVP?
Check out the article. It will be posted soon. Keep going.
Bro, Jonquel Jones's lowest plus minus from that year was -2 one time, right?
Like, this year, her MVP year,
her most valuable player year. But like, I don't think she'll ever be as good as Jonquel. Is she ever gonna be? Keep going.
I
just can't see. I mean, Reese has to be your second best player. I don't think she could be the best player on your team and you win a championship. I just don't see it.
Currently, right now, Angel Reese has a higher points per game average than Jonquel Jones, a higher rebound per game average than Jonquel Jones. They average the same amount of assists. Angel Reese averages more steals than Jonquel Jones. Now, obviously, JJ is a much more polished player offensively. She shoots better from the 3 and the field goal. Obviously, she shoots better field goal percentage, and she shoots better from the free throw line. So outside of the shooting factor, Angel Reese has better stats than Jonquel Jones right now currently. And this is for her career, Jordan. So if you're telling me she can't surpass this other woman, that this young woman can't do it, I would disagree. I would absolutely disagree. Because I don't think that her points per game are going to stay at 13 for the rest of her career. I think she's going to go for 7. Next year, I get Angel about anywhere between 15 to 17 points per game. And I think she's going to just steadily increase. That's it. It's just that all she has to do is make 2 more layups. That's why I'm like, it's just laughable when people are saying this stuff. I'm like,
just because someone has better stats than someone doesn't mean they're better than them.
That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense.
No, come on, man. Just because someone like averages like more points than them, like doesn't mean that like they're just a better scorer than them just because they average more points. I know that's like the definition of it, but it's like, that's not true.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. That I hear what you're saying, but so give me. In what world? So if I have
more, yes. You average more points than me does not mean that I'm not a better scorer than you.
Jonquel is a better scorer. I just said it. She shoots more efficiently.
Right, but you're trying to kind of say that when Angel averages more points, she will like be better than Jonquel Jones, like a better scorer. But I don't necessarily think that is true. Like if I give Jonquel the ball in the post, I'm gonna get a better outcome. I feel like a lot of times than if I did that to Angel Reese.
Jordan, I don't think that the bar, and I love Jonquel Jones. I think Angel Reese is, again, superstar generational talent. I'm showing you right here. She has to win one championship, make one All WNBA first team, and 5 All WNBAs. I think she's going to do all 3 of those things. In addition to winning, getting on the all defensive, she's going to be on the all defensive team sooner than later. I don't think that the bar for her is this is not an unreachable goal. That this is why I'm saying when it comes to fee, I think her ceiling is higher because she can do a lot on the court. Like that's what I'm like. It's just I'm just like I don't see how y'all don't see this.
So 2 things. Angel needs 1 more ring, 1 more All NBA, 5 more All NBAs, 1 more MVP.
This is in 10 years, 10 to 15
just to be equal to Jonquel. And then Jonquel, her career is not over for a while, so she's gonna add more stuff to this also.
That's a good point. That's a fair point. That's a fair. Jonquel's 31 though, Jordan.
Also, I don't know if Angel Reese is as focused on basketball as
why would you say that?
She has so many off the court endeavors. Like you think basketball is the main thing in her life right now? Come on, man.
It's not that she says it. She says it's one of the main things in her life. It's not the only thing.
One of the main things in her life.
So what? You don't see LeBron James in commercials and in video games and in movies? Like, what are we talking about here?
I just don't
give me an app besides even Tom Brady. Shit, Tom Brady was in commercials, movies, like Peyton Manning. What athlete is not? Most athletes are actually enjoying themselves, especially superstar athletes. Like, it's rare that you do find players like Caitlin who sit there and just chill in the back cave and work on their craft 24/7, like Kobe. Even Kobe was on video game covers and was in the nightlife in Los Angeles. Like, give me the player that's not doing these things for the most part.
Everyone's got endorsements. Everyone has other activities that they do off the court. But if you really think that Angel Reese, I mean, because we're talking about Hall of Famers here, with her perceived level of drive, is going to surpass Jonquel Jones, reigning WNBA Finals MVP, whose career is not over yet, who is in the prime of her career. Like you think this, because there's some footage of her making corner threes with this weird set shot from her elbow. Like do you really think that this is the one that you are gonna latch all of your hope on to become the next great like dominant league player? I just don't think.
I gotta read this question by Falcor because I'm like, I watched it at LSU. I've seen it in high school. Like I've seen it. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. And like Caitlin said it herself. Caitlin said this herself. She has been doing this since forever. Since she's seen her, she's been doing this. When they played at AAU Nationals. So I'm a believer. Like Caitlin a believer too. I ain't gonna say that. I'm a believer. Look, you put her on that other. We didn't even go that far. I'm gonna read Falcor's question. How can somebody with a motor be questioned on drive?
I love how you picked that one question out of all the million comments.
Pick a comment.
There's a million comments in here, but let me scroll up because this is a whole different group of stuff.
That's a good question, though. He said, "You seen it against little girl? She dominated this year.
Effort on the court is not tantamount to effort off the court. Okay, Dennis Rodman never developed a jump shot.
It's not Dennis Rodman. She's already shooting threes. Y'all can let that comparison go.
Bro.
Like, not Dennis Rodman.
Wait. Go back to that graphic.
Drummond, she's not.
Oh, wait, hold on. Go back to that graphic of Angel Reese shooting 90% from 3 and JJ shooting 38%.
Dennis Rodman shot 19% from 3 or no? Let's pull up Dennis Rodman's.
Wait, no. You already had some stats pulled up for me. Let's just go back to them for 1 second.
I'm about to pull them up right now. Hold on.
Yeah, you had a one full graphic, but you selectively picked the information on it. Let's go pick the real data from that shit.
Let's pull him up. You're mad at her, a non-shooter.
Bro, where is the comparison? I don't want to see this. Give me the comparison.
Oh, you talking about the JJ one?
Yeah, the JJ Angel.
Okay, I thought you were talking about her. Okay. Let me pull that out. The JJ Angel. Okay.
It's deleted from the search history.
Let me go pull up the J. I got you. Keep going. I got you. I'm about to. So what were you trying to get at on that? I'm about to pull it up right now.
JJ was a 30. I saw 37.6%. I saw 18.8 for Angel. Is that right?
All right. So 37% for her career versus 18.
What a great 3-point shooter.
Who? Jonquel for sure.
Yeah.
Jonquel for sure. Yeah, Jonquel is a great 3-point. Okay, I mean, I don't
But
get
look
it.
at Angels. It's literally double. Take 188 and multiply by 2. Like she's literally twice the shooter that Reese is for her career.
For her career, correct. She's playing in her rookie year.
Oh
She's
my
playing in her
God,
rookie year.
18% is terrible.
Of
See,
course
I
it's
could read a
terrible.
comment in the chat
She's an
too.
interior rim. She's a rim. She's a rim. She's a rim. She's a rim. Like I'm not even gonna say rim. She's a rim. She gets to the rim. Like she's not there yet. She's not there yet. Keep going though. If you, I mean, that's not like nothing new. She's working on her outside game though. Dennis Rodman, by the way, which people keep comparing her to for some stupid reason, 0% from the 3-point line, 58% from the free throw line. Like she has never been Dennis Rodman, which I just Dennis Rodman averaged double-figure points once in his career and never averaged more than 11 points per
Angel
game.
Reese has only averaged double figures once in her career.
She only played 1 year in her career too. I know. She only played. Dennis Rodman has that for his career. Dennis Rodman averages 7 points per game. So like we could just like it's just so to me it's just dumb. It's not even it's dumb. And he shot 23% from the 3-point.
I just think it's unreasonable. It's unreasonable to think that Angel Reese is going to surpass the greatness of Jonquel Jones.
I disagree with that. I absolutely do. I don't feel like the bar is like it's not Asia Wilson. Like if you tell me Asia Wilson, I say okay, I'm gonna concede that. But Jonquel Jones, if this is the bar and she is already averaging more points, more rebounds, the same amount of assists, and she's already a better defender, I disagree with that immensely. Her motor
Angel Reese is a better defender than Jonquel Jones.
It's arguable. It's arguable. I mean, obviously not right now because one of them's on the All WNBA team. So I'm not gonna go that far. I'm not gonna go that far. I'm talking about her potential versus like actually where she's at now. Thank you for that because I'm like I don't be spinning nonsense. Her motor and her drive is the reason why she's successful. Bro, no, she didn't. Who dominated this year? Y'all setting up Angel for failure. Y'all are underestimating Angel. Are you really talking women compared to men? Is this a joke? I don't get what that means, Sal. Who wants to sign with the Sky's bad front office? Why don't you invite people up? Yeah, let's bring up some people. And y'all request and we'll bring it up. And then meanwhile, while y'all request, we're gonna switch over to TikTok. Jordan, you got any closing thoughts? Let's wrap this up because I want to hear what they got to say too.
Gosh, I mean, bro, there's just a lot of stalkerish behavior going on right now, and that's just really disturbing, man. You know, because like, I mean, the fans are so crazy right now. You know,
very much, yeah.
Like from Paige to Angel at the All-Star game, right? To Caitlyn, to that crazy person at the Knicks game, right? Didn't someone run on the court, you know, recently at like a Knicks game? It's just crazy, man. You know? So I don't know. I just hope all the athletes stay safe and you know, I hope everybody, you know, is doing well in California and everyone was able to stay safe because, you know, I know that there's a lot of listeners and I don't know where anybody is, but I hope that nobody was hurt by that tragedy.
Nikki, I agree. And Nikki, what's her name? Nikki Glazer. Make sure y'all keep God first. Just that's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know. Keep God first. If you know, you know. Yeah, I agree with that 1,000,000% with that Los Angeles take.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is though, I actually forgot. I forgot, but it's okay. Life moves forward. I really did forget what I was about to say. That's it. That's the we in the can. We're gonna go on TikTok. Y'all can sign up. Request in Jordan if you're coming on live. That's it. We're gonna go on TikTok.
All right. I'll see you over there, man. Peace.
Y'all requesting. Okay, we got some requests.